Now, when we talk about LeBron, right?
Why are we still talking about LBJ?
I want to ask a particular question.
Now what?
Should he just retire,
No.
or should he wait until his son gets in the league?
No.
You don't think he can do more damage to his career if the Lakers fail to keep making the playoffs? They keep losing and blown out by 30 points.
I don't think he can do damage to the people that still argue with him to make his GOAT case argument. That's the only damage he could possibly do to his career. As far as his career as who he is and what he stands for and what he accomplished in the league is solidified. You can't damage that.
I think he can damage it depending on how he acts. If he looks like he's quitting out there, that's a damage. Like that's something that could potentially drop you to 10.
I think that just drops you from the GOAT conversation.
No, that could drop you to 10. If you ever no player on that top 10, somebody be like, yo, he quit or he looked like he quitting. Like somebody if he develops something where people can say it looks like he's quitting because he's moping around or not trying on defense, that's a stain. Like that's a big one. Like bro, you got to go down with the ship. Kobe went down with the ship.
Well, we know Kobe went, but Kobe had that Mike mentality. So that's
what I'm saying though. So I'm not saying he's doing that, but I'm saying if he, because you know Bron body language is trash. So if he looks like he's doing that, or
I think Bron this is Bron more like I just want to accomplish my goals now.
I think he just want to hoop.
I
don't care.
I think he want to accomplish his goal because he's intentionally making sure he's scoring enough points to catch Kareem. Everybody can see that now.
Yeah.
It's obvious now because your points, the way you're scoring your points is no longer impacting the game. They're just points.
Well,
right?
if you gotta have players that impact it, I think he's trying to win the game in the scoring. The only time he tries to get the Kareem points is when they're down 30 and he comes back in. But from the beginning of the game, he's trying to win the game.
I'm not saying he's not trying, but
he's trying to win.
No, I'm saying his points, the way his abilities. Like, all right, let's even go to Cleveland LeBron or even Miami LeBron. LeBron, like if the game was getting out of hand or like the team needed a bucket, LeBron was that dude who was like, all right, yo, Bron, slow this momentum down or get this momentum back for us, and he'll score to change the momentum of the game to where his points is affecting the game.
I seen that. They was down 20 and 30. He came back all because of Bron.
I've seen that rarity with Bron in the Lakers as much as I've seen it in the Miami and the Cleveland days.
Well, that's a younger Bron.
That's what I'm saying.
Score like that no
but that's what I'm saying. His points is no longer having that type of effect.
That's because he's older though. He can't score
at that. That's what I'm saying. But at that point, that's what I'm saying. At that point, to me, it's more like, all right, I can't affect the game like I used to. Let me at least catch Kareem.
I think he's trying to win, but they don't have nobody to score.
Back to what I'm saying. Yeah. So, he shouldn't retire. I think he should continue. I personally want to see him play with his son. I really, truly talk, want to see him play against his son, not play with him, but whatever, however, that's right. But however he want to do it, he do it. I want to see that. I've seen it, like you've seen it in baseball, and it'll be nice to see it in basketball for once, even if it's just for 1 year.
Okay, I mean when it comes to that though, like. If I'm looking at the Sun right now, the Sun draft stock, they saying he might be a second round pick right now.
Now that's the crazy. Now, just I put it like that. If it looks like your son is not going to get drafted, or at worst,
he won't get drafted.
At worst, he might get drafted and end up in the G League.
Nah. If LeBron say whoever team I'm going on, he's getting drafted. Like LeBron single-handedly going to get him drafted, just like LeVar Ball
got his kid drafted.
Bron alone going to get his kid drafted.
If that's the case, then as long as you can get your son drafted and you got it to play, I would.
But I'm saying though, if he's second round, I think LeBron. I think his power in the league is going to dwindle the older he get. Right. So I don't think he'll have the leverage to justify a second round pick getting 30 or 20 minutes a game. His son might even play that much on the team they on together. He might get 10 minutes here and there. That ain't worth it.
No, Bron say I'll put him out there with me.
I don't think the team will do that. Teams don't really want to give LeBron that much power anymore.
I agree.
The Lakers went to him. They said he wanted some moves, and they was like, "No, bro."
I agree.
No. We're not doing that.
But what do you think? He should retire? Well, you know what he could do? He could pull a Mike. Retire and come out of retirement.
That's what I'm saying. Something like that. But I'm not saying he got to retire now. I'm just saying instead of waiting another 4 years for your son, if it keep going like this, it's just not a good look. It's just not a good look, bro. You missed the playoffs 3-some years straight. You trying to build a team again.
Well, here's an outlandish take. I'm going to say it, and it's going to be recorded. They make the playoffs. I don't see them getting knocked out the first round. If everybody's healthy.
Is Russell still there?
If everybody's healthy. I don't care if Russell. I don't care if Westbrook is still there. If everybody's healthy, I don't see.
Is Westbrook still there?
Yes.
Is Bazemore still there?
Everybody's still there. The roster doesn't.
Is Melo still there?
Everybody's still there. Is
Ariza still there? Hell no.
To me, if everybody's still there, I don't, and they're healthy. Not to say now there's an injury. That's a different story. Yeah. If everybody's healthy, I don't see them getting knocked out the first round. if they make the playoffs.
Because if they make it, they playing Phoenix.
And that's why I don't see them getting knocked out the first round.
Do you think they're going to beat Phoenix?
They could possibly beat Phoenix because CP might not make it back first round.
Man, I see CP with one arm still. Remember, he was
AD
one arm now.
AD went down, too.
True.
AD went down. So that's what I'm saying. Everybody had to be.
Everybody, he liable to go down again, though. He liable.
I can't speak to his injury.
You got a pencil in him missing the game or two already. Like, come on, man.
I can't speak to his
Kyrie, but not for the vaccine issues, but just not being available.
I'm gonna put that right now. They make because I'm looking at this. I was looking at the whole landscape. Like we criticizing, we attacking the Lakers, we attacking LeBron and how badly they playing. There's nobody there that can actually knock the way they play. They shouldn't even be in the playoffs. But they're in there, and there's nobody coming up behind them that can touch them.
They're in the ninth. Realistically, they're not in the playoffs.
But if I'm saying you're
in the playoffs.
Yeah, with the new rules, they're in the playoffs. I'm saying, but yeah, it's the same with the new rules, right? So, and there's nobody that's coming up behind them to even scare them. And then the people they got paying in the playoffs, I'm not even scared of them.
I don't think they'll make it past the play-in. I don't think they could beat Minnesota, a healthy Minnesota. Not this team right now.
Nah, they healthy. If they healthy, yes, I do.
I don't think so. They've been healthy and lost to everybody. I can't. I can't. I don't think so, man. It's something for his chemistry, and that they don't got it. It's you just can't put that together and turn it on.
I see people turn it up. I don't see turning it on. I see
championship teams do it. Not them. They ain't no championship.
You still got Bron.
That's it.
And you still got AD.
That's it. The rest of that team ain't championship teams.
Man, the rest of that team is either Trevor Ariza has been a champion.
He's washed, so it don't count.
He's washed, but you still got the mentality.
That's cool, but talent only gets you so far. When the actual play, you can't do it anymore.
All you need to do is just get somebody else to raise their level from your experience.
And they can't do it. None of those players can do it.
I don't know about that. That's what I'm saying.
They showed you. None of them can do it. None of them can do it.
I'm giving
the fit so bad that like because LeBron older, he can't do 100% on defense anymore, right?
I don't even think he do 70% on defense anymore.
All right, we'll say that he can't even do 70, right? Melo also can't do 90. Ariza also can do 70.
Nobody can do defense.
So it's a bad mix. It's cool if Bron can't do it, but if you surround him by other players that also can't do it, Russell can't do 80 either.
Who was the defender?
Not one. They don't have one
defense stopper.
Avery Bradley can't do it no more. Everybody that's supposed to at least play some defense cannot do it anymore.
He better change their scheme to a collective instead of an individual type defense. He better make it a collective situation.
Thing is, it's too much. It's too much work when I got Melo out there who get blown by every play. Westbrook get blown by every play. Bron get blown by, and then I got Ariza getting blown by. Like it's just too much recovery. Like it's just too much, man. Like they trying to rotate, and it's just a badly, poorly built together squad, man. Like that's why I think it's so bad for him. Like because now he gonna have to tear this team down and build another team again, right? And it's just not a good look. I don't think that's a good look. And Bron, my favorite player. But I don't think that's a good look.
You know, other than the GOAT conversation, he's one of mine as well. I just jump.
I just don't think that's a good look because he built this team right then. Like, you build another one, you build another one.
But that's the question. What do you do from here?
That's the $1 million question. Can he just ride on the sunset like other players did? Dirk rolled out, just played this till done. Kobe did the same thing. Wade did the same thing. I'm not saying stop chasing the championship, but
LeBron's championship or bust.
I know. Let the organization do the organization, because at that point, if they don't build something around you, that's on them, right? It's not you trying to manufacture it or you trying to build it all together. You did this. That's not a good. You built this, so you got to relax.
So you don't think whoever they get back for Russell Westbrook can help them?
They won't get anything back. They will not get anything substantial back. Nobody want Westbrook. His trade value was so bad they couldn't even do a trade. They only could do Wall, and Wall value low. So they don't really. His contract too bad. There's nothing they can get from Russ, man. To them, I don't even know what they can do. They got to trade AD. He been injured too much.
I would trade AD.
You got to trade AD.
Truth be told, I would trade AD. I was about to say something crazy, but never mind. I trade AD.
You got to trade AD. You got to.
But if you trade AD, there's no other young player out there you can trade for, and LeBron needs a young superstar.
Teams will give up something for AD.
I'm saying there's no young player out there that I can say can go fit with LeBron that's young the way they can carry the team for Bron.
But I would say if you throw AD in a trade, you might be able to finagle some 3-team crazy. You might be able to do some shit.
With who?
Anybody. Any team in the league will try to get AD if they can.
For who? You giving up Giannis for AD?
No, I'm saying if I get 2-3 solid.
Bam? Adebayo?
I would give up Bam for AD. I would. I'm thinking the Bam ceiling is 20-10.
But I still wouldn't give it up for AD.
Selling to me is 28-12. I would do it.
This coming from the dude that was just trashing AD the last time we had a conversation.
Yeah, because he injured. But I would do it if you talking about if they taking a risk, right? Because Miami, they always are in the hunt every year, right?
Exactly.
They got swept last year,
and they already got enough injury-prone players on that team,
right? But they got swept last year. If they lose again in the second round, Pat Riley ain't gonna sit for that. Pat Riley gonna make a move, and if I know Pat Riley, somebody getting flipped.
I been seeing somebody getting flipped. I don't see him. I don't see him trading Bam. I see him even telling like.
I still want those Chicago out of there. Chicago like,
trade who?
I think they would give up some of them dudes if they had to.
There's nobody over there but Zach LaVine. That's the only way they're going. The Rose ain't going nowhere. Lamar Ball don't make a difference.
I think.
Not Lamar, Alonzo.
Like I said, 3-team trade. You could get one from one team, one for another team, and now you got two good dudes, bro. I could see that happening with them.
I don't think it's enough.
Would you trade AD the OKC for the Shai Gilders, the point guard,
and
then I get like 2 first-round picks?
No,
from that draft.
Because then that forces more weight on Bron. I'm trying to lighten Bron's load, not give him more heavy load.
I think, what I'm saying is they won't be able to build a team in a year like that. So they will need to do something like that. That will also set the Lakers up in the future for when Bron leave, as well as getting them some 2 highly touted, skilled players with Shai, who's a beast. So now, if you're talking about building a team,
they ain't got draft picks to 2027.
That's what I'm saying.
So they ain't got nobody in the future. That's what I'm saying.
That's what I'm saying. So OKC got 100 first-round picks. They will give 2 of them up if they can get AD. If I could finagle something like that, both teams win. Because Bron won't be able to build a team in a year. Like you said, there's nobody out there. So he will have to set it up for the next year. Not this year. I mean, not the year coming up. The year after that. That's what they're going to have to set up for. Ain't nobody else out there to build something in a year.
I don't know, man. I don't know.
It's tough. That's what I'm saying. Like
I don't know.
You want to be Bron stressing up like that, man? It's just like.
Well, he wants to play. He's going to continue to play as long as he can play. And as far as I'm concerned, like I said, unless he's going to retire and come back when his sons play, I don't think he should retire. And I don't really believe he can hurt like you. I mean, quitting is one thing. I can't debate quitting. I can never debate quitting because I'm just saying, like, from a visual. I'm just saying, not to say he actually quit, but it looks like he's quitting or he's not playing as hard as he normally.
I'm saying from a visual perspective, seeing your team get blown out by 30 every game is not a good look. It's just not. That's just not. I can't remember another great where his teams was getting blown out by 30 every game. It's not a good look.
I'm trying to think them Washington days with Mike. Nah, they wasn't getting blown up.
That's what I'm saying. It just looks bad. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Even if he scores 30.
Kobe's teams were getting blown out.
Kobe was hurt a lot too.
I know, but I'm just saying. I remember what was that game they celebrated? They finally got a win. He was on the show and he saw that video. He was in there. Look on the video. Yo.
Remember though, with Kobe, he didn't have nobody that was even remotely an all-star
on his squad with him.
Yeah, right. So like people looking at Bron's squad like, oh man, like.
You got 3 Hall of Famers on your squad.
Right, and we know AD hurt, but history ain't going to say that. They were like, yo, you had AD. They're not even going to remember how you hurt. Right, you literally want to look up how many games you played. Yeah, you got to look it up. Yeah, realize that. You had AD. Russ, you ain't make it. Like,
Russ is going to be like, yo, what happened to Russ? He got LeBron, he became a bum.
I think Russ should.
Hey, yeah, thugging, I'm relaxing with my main chick. Why you